Hello, my dear students and the rest of the learners. Welcome to part 30 of a 53-part series of tutorials in system analysis and design. In this presentation, we shall be looking on the file organization methods. My name is Meme JM, or you can simply call me Emily Swap. This subtopic is under the topic Understand Advanced Design Concepts, and therefore this presentation focuses on file organization methods, which is part of the topic Understand Advanced Design Concepts. File organization refers to the method by which records are arranged and stored in secondary storage media for a given system. It is very important because it determines the methods of access, efficiency, flexibility, and storage devices that the user is going to use. It also determines how data is stored, arranged, retrieved, and managed in a system, and it has a direct impact on performance and efficiency. It determines how records are physically arranged in a storage media, influencing its retrieval efficiency and reliability. It is therefore key because it affects how data is retrieved, the speed with which the data is retrieved, update efficiency, and system performance. Therefore, choosing the correct method or strategy of storing your records in a system is vital because it determines or directly influences system throughput, storage efficiency, retrieval latency, and scalability. It is evaluated using performance metrics such as time complexity, storage overhead, collision probability, and concurrency control mechanisms. File organization decisions are thus evaluated against performance metrics such as access time complexity, the storage overhead, collision probability, and concurrency handling. The file organization methods adopted by an organization differs depending on the organization's operational needs. For example, examination offices in an education institution may use sequential organization for sorted student scores, while the finance department uses direct access to retrieve individual payment records quickly. Indexed files are ideal for registrar offices, allowing rapid retrieval of student records by identity or ID or name without scanning the entire file. The main types of file organization methods are therefore the serial method, the sequential method, the direct or random method, and indexed organization method. Let's begin by looking at what we call the serial organization method. Serial file organization stores records one after another in the order in which they are received without sorting or indexing. It is simple to implement, for it requires no sorting. However, it is inefficient, that is slow, for retrieval of records, especially when searching for a particular record in large datasets, because the entire file may need to be read. So, the system must scan each record sequentially from the beginning until the desired one is found. While implementation is straightforward, retrieval operations require sequential scanning, resulting in linear time complexity proportional to file size. This approach is unsuitable for systems requiring frequent search operations, but may be appropriate for archival logs within educational institutions. In practice, the procedure for using serial file organization involves opening the file for writing or appending, then writing each new record at the end of the file, and then closing the file. It's mainly suitable for temporary storage or for small files where searching is infrequent. It is therefore commonly used in append-only environments, such as for transaction logs, daily attendance records, or sequential archival of student records. Therefore, the procedure of operation for this file organization is as follows. Number one, you append new records at the end of each file. Then you retrieve by scanning entire file. It can be illustrated as follows. So as you can see, my dear students and the rest of the learners, in this file organization method, records are arranged in a sequential order. The records are stored in the order of arrival. We have first record, followed by second record, then third record, fourth record, and fifth record. And therefore, this arrangement is very simple, but of course, it becomes time-consuming when it comes to the time of retrieving a record, because if you want to retrieve record number 4, you have to pass through, or you have to check for it beginning with record 1. Then you proceed to record 2, to record 3, until it is reached. And therefore, the access method is sequential. And this sequential performs scanning from the beginning until the required record is found. From this diagram, each rectangle represents a stored record. The arrows show the order of storage. The direction indicates that records are arranged from left to right in the same order they were stored. Let's look at sequential organization. Sequential organization stores records in a specific logical order, e.g., in sorted format, or based on a certain key field, such as student admission number, therefore enabling efficient batch processing. This allows for faster searching and ordered report generation because the system can process records in sequence efficiently. It facilitates a range of queries, but requiring occasional reorganization. Therefore, although records in a sequential organization remains linear, sorted arrangement allows binary search under certain conditions. However, insertions may require file organization or file reorganization, making it less suitable for dynamic environments. In an educational institution, educational examination processing systems often utilize sequential organization when processing results in batches. It is commonly used for student exam marks sorted by ID or student records arranged alphabetically or numerically. Access is sequential from the beginning of the file until the desired record is found. In practice, the procedure involves opening the file, reading records sequentially, comparing each key value until a match is found, and then closing the file. It can be illustrated as follows. My dear students and the rest of the learners, it is important to note that the main difference between serial and sequential is that in sequential, the records are ordered by a certain key, for example, student ID, and this may be in ascending or descending order, and therefore retrieving of the file becomes a little bit easy and faster. The search process is also sequential, so one has to read from the beginning all the way to the end. Therefore, in this method, records are stored in sequence. Retrieval requires scanning from the beginning, which is simple but slower for large datasets. An example of such a file organization is storing examination results in ascending order based on the student's admission number. Its advantages are that it is efficient in terms of batch processing. Number two, it is faster than serial for ordered searches. However, some of its disadvantages include costly insertion and reorganization that is required frequently. It is suitable for batch processing and tape storage. In this file organization method, the records are stored in sorted order, thus allowing faster searching compared to serial files. It is suitable for batch systems, such as processing examination results at the end of the semester. The third method of file organization is direct organization. Direct organization is also called random. It is a file organization method that allows records to be retrieved directly using a formula based on a key, that is addressing technique, such as a student admission number or a bank account number. There is no need to read preceding records. This method is therefore fast and suitable for systems that require immediate access to individual records, such as banking systems or student portals or real-time systems. The procedure involves applying a hash or a key formula to compute the storage location and reading the data. That is, reading the record at the computed possession. For example, a student's registration record can be accessed immediately using their unique ID number, providing fast access in systems that require immediate retrieval. Therefore, it allows data to be retrieved immediately without scanning the entire file. A hash function calculates the address of the record directly. This file organization method is very useful for interactive systems that require to give feedback to the user as soon as the request is made. For example, student lookup by ID from a student information management system. It can be illustrated as follows. You can see, my dear students, and the rest of the learners, that here we have a key, for example, student ID. This student ID or this key is the one which is used to identify the file or the record to be accessed, and then its location is accessed very fast using a hash or address calculation. So the hash or address calculation that is made is what determines or what makes the read-write head to go directly to the position in which the record is stored and retrieve it, for example, at address A23. And therefore, direct access is carried out without reading preceding records. This diagram that we have looked at illustrates how to retrieve a record from storage directly using a key, which is the student ID in our case, and therefore minimizing search time. Therefore, direct or hash-based file organization is a method of storing records on disk where a mathematical formula maps a key to a storage location. The system applies a hash key or a hash function to the key, for example, student ID, to calculate the physical location of the record. Hashing functions are used to compute storage addresses from key values. If the location is occupied, collision resolution techniques such as chaining or open addressing are applied. Such techniques include open addressing, chaining, and double hashing. Its disadvantages are that its retrieval is near constant time. I repeat, its advantages. Its advantages are that its retrieval is near constant time and optimal load factors. It is also very fast in retrieving data and is ideal for online systems and real-time systems. And those are key advantages. However, some of its disadvantages is that its performance degrades with high load factor or when collision rates increase. And therefore, it requires some collision resolution techniques such as open addressing or chaining. The last method of file organization is called indexed organization. Indexed file organization uses an index table to locate records quickly. It combines sequential storage with an index for both efficient or direct and sequential access, balancing flexibility and speed. It maintains an index table pointing to records, combining sequential and direct access benefits. This allows both range queries and fast individual record access. The individual or the index points to the actual location of the data, combining the benefits of sequential ordering with faster access. For example, in a Swap school institution, Indexing may be used for quickly retrieving student records by name or registration number. An index contains key values and pointers to the physical addresses of records. This method provides a very fast access and is widely used in employee databases, course databases, and student information systems. The procedure involves searching the index file for the required key, then obtaining the physical address, and then reading the corresponding record from the data file. It can be illustrated as follows. You can see this is index file organization, where we have the index table and data file. From the index table, that you can see, we have key and we have pointer. And therefore, if you want to access, for example, record A01, then, or if you want to access record, yes, if you want to access record A01, you have to use the key 1001. So the search key in index is 1001. When that is done, the location of that file is accessed directly from the data file. The same can be done for another record, for example, A02. So this diagram can just be drawn as follows. You have the index table and the data file. And it is also important to note that indexed organization combines sequential storage with an index for both efficient, direct, and sequential access, balancing flexibility and speed. Its main advantages are that it has fast search. Number two, indexed organization improves access efficiency by creating an index table pointing to data locations. Number three, there is efficient updates. However, it has one key disadvantage, which is extra storage is required. In addition, maintenance overhead occurs, or there's what we call the maintenance overhead. And with that, my dear students and the rest of the learners, we have come to the end of part 30 of this series. You can now proceed to part 1 of the series, in which we are going to learn about file access methods. Congratulations, therefore, for learning part 30 of 53 on file organization methods in advanced design concepts in perform system analysis and design course. You can access the rest of the parts in the series, as well as other computer or ICT videos, by clicking or tapping on the Meliswap ICT YouTube channel below this video. To subscribe to the channel, just tap on subscribe button below this video in YouTube, that is below this video, just next to where we have the name Meliswap ICT. Then you look for the term subscribe or subscribed. If it rings as subscribe, just tap on it, and it changes to subscribed. For any further correspondence, kindly write to us through the email meliswap@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening to me. Let's meet in part 1 of the series, and God bless.